Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen Conley. Welcome to our LinkedIn Live broadcast. Today is an exciting day here at Cytiva as we're opening our new Shrewsbury manufacturing facility. Throughout this broadcast, we're going to hear from our experts about why it was built and who will work here. We want you to know we're following very strict COVID-19 protocols. So our experts are joining us from their offices here in Shrewsbury and at our locations in Westboro and Marlborough. Before we get started, we want to call out the Q&A functionality that we have. Please put all of your questions there. We're happy to answer them. Now I'm going to bring in our first guest, Mary Blenn, our Vice President of Global Supply Chain. Good morning, Mary.
Hey, good morning, Colleen. How are you today?
I'm well. Can you tell us a little bit about why Cytiva has built this facility here and now?
Yeah, here at Cytiva, our mission is really to advance and accelerate therapeutics. We do this through partnerships with our customers, and it really plays a big role for us as we go forward. Under normal times, this is a fantastic business and industry to be in with tremendous growth. But given the onset of COVID, we just saw unprecedented demand and an unprecedented need from our customers. So what we did is we accelerated our capacity expansion plans. We're investing over $500 million over the next 5 years. And this site here in Shrewsbury is just the first step. So what you see here is an 80,000 square foot manufacturing facility stood up in less than 5 months, which is amazing. And it's here to support all of our customers.
So what does this mean, the impact for our customers and our global supply chain?
Yeah, so this facility here specifically making our Accelerax bioreactors as well as our flex factories. But more importantly, within our single-use technology space, it's going to enable us to set up more clean room facility within our Westboro facility. So we're transferring our manufacturing production from our Westboro facility to this new Shrewsbury facility to build our hardware. We will then be standing up clean room space within our facility back in Westboro. And really, that's all within our single-use technology space. So for our customers who are in that space using our mixers, reactors, flex factories, and all of our single-use consumables, this is great news for them. But in addition to this, we're also driving additional capacity within our cell culture media space, as well as within our chromatography resin space. All of those portfolios are so critical to our customers and in the fight against COVID right now.
Can you tell us a little bit about when the additional capacity will be online?
Yeah, sure. So, again, we started this really quickly in about the middle of this year of 2020, accelerating our plans, accelerating our funding. And so the facility that you're standing in goes live today. Today is a proverbial ribbon cutting. So we're really excited. The team was able to move all of our equipment from our facility in Westboro to the new location over the weekend, and we're ready to go. The other areas, whether it be our single-use technology on the consumable side, our cell culture media, or our chromatography resins, will be phased throughout 2021, with the majority being done through the first half of the year.
Now that we've heard about why this facility has been built, let's take a look around. The hardware manufactured here is a key part of the biomanufacturing workflow. Let's stay on this topic and speak with Jon Van Pelt, our General Manager of Single Use and Enterprise Solutions. Morning, Jon.
Good morning, Colleen. How are you?
I'm good. Can you tell us a little bit more about the biomanufacturing workflow?
Absolutely. And, first, I want to really give kudos to the Cytiva team, as Mary said, for standing this site up in record time. The urgency with a high base growth business and then the pandemic on top of it has really created unprecedented demand for our products. So to be able to accelerate this new site coming online so quickly in the middle of a pandemic just really is super impressive for the team to have pulled off. We, in this particular case, support all sorts of different customers in the drug manufacturing process, whether it's, lab scale, small startup biotechs, CDMOs, and large pharma. Really, everybody in that spectrum are key users of the single-use technologies. And, we have a history where customers have either used large stainless applications or single-use. And really, single-use is used in the manufacture of biopharmaceuticals, certainly in the antibody and vaccine space. It's interesting because what we do is we sell, standalone units, upstream, portfolios, but also our Flex Factory offering, as Mary alluded to, which is a complete biomanufacturing platform. So it's important for us to really know and understand that to do functional test FAT work, whether it's a standalone unit or a full Flex Factory in our new Shrewsbury site, is extremely important in terms of how we interface directly with our customers. We're at a very interesting phase in single use, because in the big picture, if you take a step back, it's still relatively in its infancy as an industry norm. And you look at commercial activation and the biologics that are in the marketplace right now, only about 30 to 40% of the biologics that are made using single use technologies. But when you look at what's in the pipeline, the number of drugs and so forth, about 85% of those drugs that are in the development stage, pre-commercial, are being developed in single-use platforms. So we can see this phase that's occurring right now that's very heavily geared towards commercial activation. So the need for product, the need for us to be able to support our customers and scale out on a very global basis is significant. And obviously, this new site puts us in a great position to go out and meet our customers' needs. The legacy and the flexibility of this operation is significant. And I say that because, customers are really driving towards, say, fewer blockbuster drugs out in the marketplace that have massive scale and production. And the need for more flexible operations is really what's coming into the market more so with our customer base. They want that speed in cutover and changeover from one batch, one drug to a different drug. And that's what single use really affords. And you have that marriage and adoption, if you will, of not just the hardware, but the consumable. So being able to use the single use components, produce more batches and different drugs throughout the course of a year in one facility gives the flexibility in the operation. So, you look at the pandemic, and I think that's what obviously is on everybody's mind right now. And about 50% of the vaccines that are in develop right now are using that single-use technology. So just to kind of sum it up, I mean, the Accelerex portfolio has been part of, our family now for about 7 years, and we've seen it outgrow its original location, certainly outgrow the Westboro location, and now moving into a new site in Shrewsbury just gives us a great tailwind heading into 2021 and beyond. Thanks, Colleen.
You touched upon a really key point there, speed and flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about the benefits of speed and flexibility as it pertains to single-use solutions?
Absolutely. So if you think about, many of our customers right now are, producing multiple drugs, in singular locations, and they need that flexibility in operation to maximize the number of campaigns and batches that they can produce on an annualized basis. So with traditional stainless applications, very effective at larger scales and so forth. But when you get to smaller numbers of runs and the number of drugs that are being produced, that flexibility in operation and being able to switch from one molecule to another, from one drug to a different drug, just gives them that speed in operation. And obviously the single use aspect using the consumable affords less downtime, tied up in cleaning and conversion from one to the other. So just offers great speed and flexibility overall.
What would you say to we've got a question here from Lorenzo. He's wondering what the role of digital innovation of this new plant is.
Well, there's two ways, I think, to think about that. There's the digital innovation in the ways of working and the tools that we use in the manufacturing process. And Mary and I can certainly speak to that. And then there's the landscape of how does digital in our products and the way our customers use those products really come into play. So what I can speak to is all of these will come with a certain level of software and automation that allows us to tie into the customer's operations. So whether it's an automation platform that we would offer and how that might tie into an MES, manufacturing execution system, or in different areas, specifically around the day-to-day operations of the equipment, we've got a wide array of digital solutions. And, the future really looks like, how about, a digital twin for your bioreactors? And how can I ensure that I'm optimizing the uptime and performance of the bioreactor as part of that biomanufacturing process?
We have another question for you, Jon. Dorothea is asking how the site will be designed to be more sustainable.
So I think there's several variables here. One, if you look at single use versus traditional stainless, it is a more environmentally friendly, sustainable environment, just because of the less energy consumption, the reduced water consumption, et cetera, in the cleaning process. But what we're trying to do is obviously invoke new tools in our manufacturing process at the site. So whether it's the lighting of the facility, leveraging different aspects of the production process, we feel like we're putting a very effective, imprint on the site from a carbon standpoint.
All right. We have another question here. Are there any new plans to control waste generated during single-use operations?
Yeah, another great question. So what we're in the early stages of, but we have a great path on, is really repurposing. And if you think about the amount of plastic that's used, in a single-use process, whether it's tubing, the bags themselves, there are a number of different paths that you can go down to drive an even higher level of sustainability. So it's what we're working on right now, to be able to turn that into biofuel or repurposed plastic, or just a number of different things. So I think you can expect to see, a lot from us in 21. We've established an organization within Cytiva that's going to be focused on sustainability and different initiatives. So I think 21 will be a banner year for us as far as different initiatives that we'll be kicking off.
Thank you. Now that we've heard Jon talk about speed and flexibility as it pertains to biomanufacturing, let's see how speed and flexibility played in building this site. Our next guest is Anita Desai. She's our human resources manager who's leading the charge to find 200 talented associates to join us. Good morning, Anita.
Good morning, Colleen, and thank you. Welcome to our audience members. I'm really excited to be here in Shrewsbury today.
Can you tell us a little bit about the skills, the talents, and open positions here at Cytiva?
Absolutely. And before I share about our job opportunities, like Mary and Jon, I also want to commend our team members who accomplished so much in such little time, all while staying safe in the current environment. The safety of our associates is our number one priority, and we take extreme caution and care to protect our associates since they are essential to our journey. If you joined Cytiva, you can expect the following safety precautions. First, we follow a very strict site safety plan. It's well established just in case that we need to tackle any challenges through our COVID-19 pandemic, which is a very fluid situation. All associates are required to be thermal temperature tested at each entry and exit point in our facilities. Masks are required at all times to be worn. There is also an abundant supply of alcohol wipes, hand sanitizers, soap for all of our associates, and we've also hired a cleaning vendor who wipes all common surfaces, including doorknobs and shared spaces 4 times a day. Additionally, we've also invested in a deep weekly fogging treatment throughout our plant manufacturing operations. So as Mary and Jon mentioned, our capacity is extremely important to our business as well as keeping our associates safe. The capacity expansion does allow our customers and patients who are leading the way to help develop medicines and therapeutics to solve for some of the world's greatest health challenges, including COVID-19. So growth for our organization overall provides a strong future and career for our talented associates. With our new site opening today in Shrewsbury, in parallel, we're also creating an additional 10,000 square feet of cleanroom operations space at our Westboro facility. So with our local expansions, we do plan to hire nearly 200 associates over the next several months to work in Shrewsbury and in Westboro. Our open positions will include expertise in cleanroom and technical manufacturing operations, engineering, quality assurance, and many additional important support functions that allow us to really successfully run an operation. So if you're interested in joining the Cytiva career journey, visit our Cytiva Careers website and search for our job openings.
That's great, Anita. Can you tell us a little bit about the culture at Cytiva?
Absolutely, Colleen. So at Cytiva, I would describe our culture as our associates having a passion for the work we perform, and we're absolutely committed to our company mission. We do thrive in a diverse and inclusive culture, promoting respect and collaboration. Our Cytiva associates have fun teaching each other and learning from one another. This year during the pandemic, our associates have been super inspiring. We've overcome challenges while understanding the huge difference that we're making in the fight against COVID-19.
We have a question here. How many new hires is Cytiva planning for the Shrewsbury site in 2021?
Great question. So collectively, we will be hiring nearly 200 associates in 2021 for both of our site expansion roles, which includes the hardware team in Shrewsbury, as well as the cleanroom expansion in Westboro.
We're hearing a lot about how this is a difficult time for a lot of people. What would you say to people that wouldn't have a biomanufacturing background but are interested in working at Cytiva?
Certainly. So I think the best strategy there is that we want to appreciate individuals that have their expertise and skill sets that they've actually honed and grown. What we want to try to do is bring those skill sets and transfer those skills into how they can really assist in the Cytiva hiring journey and the skill sets that we need here. So once an associate does come over, we do offer that support and training necessary for them to learn a little bit about what we do here, how they can contribute, and try to get those winning outcomes.
Can you tell us a little bit about other benefits of working at Cytiva?
Sure. So Cytiva offers a very comprehensive pay and benefits package. So market compensation, competitive compensation, as well as a comprehensive benefits package that includes medical, dental, vision, life insurance, that's company paid life insurance. And additionally, we offer a tuition reimbursement program. We offer a rewards and recognition program to ensure that we're celebrating those wins for our associates. As Jon mentioned, we have a sustainability program. We offer diversity and inclusion events and participation measures. So it's a great environment to come in and really just be your true self.
Yeah, so it sounds like the questions around robotics in automation processes within the manufacturing plant. So throughout the entire Cytiva network, we use robotics and in different technology platforms differently depending on the site and the location. Some of our facilities are a bit more advanced as we have automation and high volumes, places like within our research and business. Some of our facilities are also a bit more advanced in areas around 3D printing and that type of manufacturing technology. Within the Shrewsbury site itself, it lends itself, as Jon mentioned, a bit more towards automation, both on the automation that's on our equipment and our platforms. We run both a Wonderware and a Delta V platforms, as well as our MES systems, which is the manufacturing execution systems that we run within the site.
All right. Thank you for that answer, Mary. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast this morning. Thank you so much for joining us on this very special occasion. We look forward to speaking to you soon and have a very happy holiday.